right, Ken, you're all set.
Okay, let's call the February 1st Caud meeting to order. Sean, for people who are calling in, you've put the number on the agenda, which is 607-772-7028, which is the planning department number. So if people are listening and not on the Zoom call, you can call that number and be heard. Sean, are we changing the agenda order at all today?
No, we are not.
Okay. So I see on the first order of business, we have to elect 22 chairperson and vice chairperson.
Correct. So as our first meeting of the new year, we need to select a chairperson and vice chairperson. We can continue with Ken and John if they're willing to serve again.
I'd be happy to in the capacity of vice chairman.
And I'm fine where I am unless somebody else wants to take a run at it or has a big urge to take a run at it.
Nope, I nominate both to be, I nominate Ken to be chair and John to be vice chair for the coming year.
And I'll second that.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, aye, aye.
Is that everybody? No abstentions and no nays.
No nays. All right. Well, we have our chairperson and vice chairperson. Excellent.
Guys,
Congratulations.
I have too much reading to do.
No. Second order of business is approval of minutes from December 14th, 2021.
Make a motion to approve the minutes as presented. I didn't find any errors.
I'll
Okay.
I'll
second.
second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Okay, motion passed. First order of business on the agenda is 22 Front Street.
Yes, and give me 1 second here. The Zoom drop-down menu loves to pop up, and I think I can move this. There we go. It's the bottom of my screen. There we go. The minutes are done. And here we are at 22 Front Street with the applicant being Discoveries in Culture, Inc. This is a application for a certificate of appropriateness for now what I would consider essential exterior repairs. The applicant is sort of embarking on a longer term rehabilitation project for the property, which is connected to the Roperson Museum and Science Center. And so I believe we have representatives from both Discoveries and Sculpture on, and that's Keith. And we do have a representative from the museum, Michael Grasso. And so they can speak a little bit further if need be about the detailed phases of the rehabilitation. The applicant's also working with SHPO on this. I've been in contact with the SHPO reviewer for the project. But the first item that's being planned is to rebuild a failing like 12-foot portion of the north foundation stone wall. And the plan is to reuse the existing stone that's present. And then there's a series of repairs that the applicant has proposed. And they've also presented paint colors as part of that. We have the paint colors today, so I think the applicant would be looking for approval on the paint colors and a general approval of the outline of the rehabilitation work. As more detailed information becomes available with the some of the aspects of the rehabilitation, I think the applicant should return to Caud, but in general, I think the plan is consistent with the design guidelines as presented, and it's very clear that a preservation ethic is at the center of this rehabilitation, and I'm really glad to see this being pursued. This is a really wonderful historic structure, along Front Street. I've been inside. The details of the interior are amazing and match the wonderful details on the exterior. So it's great to see a preservation approach being taken here. I don't have many more comments. I've included a summary of the guidelines, as you saw in the staff report, as applicable in this case. But like I said, everything that's been presented thus far is consistent with the guidelines.
Okay, thank you, Sean. Applicant, either Keith or Mike, do you want to add anything to Sean's brief presentation?
This is Keith. No, not really. I mean, he's right. It is a restoration ethic, if you will. I mean, we don't have unlimited funds, so the attempt will not be to actually restore detail to 1865. I mean, I don't know for sure what the shingles on the roof were originally, but we would certainly be wanting to replace them to present appearance. The porch is going to be rebuilt to its original, as we assume it to be the original design. Porch posts that are deteriorated will be replaced with equivalent posts, wood, intended to match. So the exterior will be restored essentially to the way it looked probably 30 years ago before the damage started occurring.
How long has your organization had it, Keith?
We actually don't have it. We are leasing the property from Roberson, and
Okay.
that is just in the works now. So it's a symbiotic relationship with Roberson as this project moves forward.
Okay. Board members, any questions, thoughts?
I think it's a great idea.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
As long as you follow the guidelines, boy, it's gonna look great.
We certainly are intent.
I know it is. That sounds good.
Okay, as Sean mentioned, we have two things in front of us. We'll probably split those in our motion. The first one being the paint color that he's just called up. Does anybody have any comments regarding the paint color, or is ready to make a motion regarding it?
Looks okay to me. Anybody not like it?
Is the
Let
wall?
me
is
just
the wall
state, this is
green,
Keith
green?
again, that these are supposed to be historic colors. They were the closest I could find to what's on the house now.
Yes,
Including
and
the
they're
patina.
consistent with the guidelines too, and they're both from a historic paint collection as well.
Correct.
Unless somebody doesn't like it, I'm gonna make a motion to approve the colors for 22 Front Street as presented.
I'll second that.
Thank you.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, unanimous, motion passes for paint color. Second action that we have, Sean wants us to consider is the general outline of the repairs that are listed in the application. And as Sean indicated, as they advance this and there's a need to come back before us for something specific, then they're willing to do that. Is that correct, Sean?
Yes, yep. I would say that as presented, this general plan is essentially for what I would consider essential repairs to ensure that this structure remains. And so it's a general outline for rehabilitation. And as you know, as they progress with these projects, I would expect that we would receive further details with regard to, for instance, the exact shingles, right? In this case, for the mansard roof. That's just one example, but as those details become available, the applicant should return before the commission.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Any
I think
discussion?
the work is absolutely commendable. I've been all through that building back when it was an antique shop attached to Robertson. I'm very much supportive of it. And again, if nobody has any questions or comments, I would make a motion to approve the plan for the work to be done on 22 Front Street.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Okay. Motion passes unanimous. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank
Right,
you, sir.
Keith? All
Good
set.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
Right.
All right, 6 Livingston Street, and I think this is their second appearance, right, Sean?
Yes, it is. Yep. This is their second appearance. Let me just make sure I have this up. And I know we have representatives from the Islamic Awareness Center present. And so we can get started. So again, just to refresh, this is a determination of historical significance for demolition for the property located at 6 Livingston Street. The commission previously reviewed this application at the very beginning of December. And as part of that conversation, I think the commission had some concerns about the post-demolition plan. I know planning staff had some concerns about it. And also with regard to the adjacent parking lot at 8 Livingston and sort of what would become of 6 Livingston in conjunction with 8 Livingston post-demolition of the structure at 6. As part of the staff review since Caud's review in December, we've worked closely with the applicant. The applicant listened to Caud's concerns, provided updated documentation of the interior of the structure, and has put forward sort of a very tentative, I would describe it, plan for the parking. But they've also committed to the planning department that they will seek planning commission review for the proposed parking area with the adjacent parking area at 8 Livingston within 1 year, and they will bring both into compliance. And
Wow.
they've committed to that, and it is enforceable through
Tom, can I call
zoning
you back?
enforcement
I'm on a
officer.
Zoom meeting with the city, in the city
So
hall.
I
Okay,
think it would be
Yep.
well within Caud's
okay, bye.
range of approval today to grant a determination of significance.
Okay, thank you. Would the applicant like to add anything to the presentation?
Just that we are hoping that, everything meets with your approval and we would, be willing to work with you.
Okay, so in the presentation material, and correct me if I'm wrong, Sean, it seems like it's a dual purpose situation which has parking with the ability to have courts and various things that are outlined in the parking lot. And then I also saw some green space, I think, from there, right?
Yes, yep. So the goal is to, as presented in the additional information, to utilize 6 as a green space and then bring the parking area into compliance adjacent to 6.
So this photograph or this illustration you're showing us now, where is that green space in relationship to that?
So the green space, as I understand it, and the applicant can correct me if I'm incorrect here, but the green space is at 6. And then the
Okay.
area immediately adjacent here in gray is 8. And then that's what you're seeing
That's
here.
all of 8. Okay, I got
Yeah.
it. All right. There's 2 pictures of 8, so they're considering 2 different entrances. Or 2
Yep.
entrances or 1 entrance, it appears.
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Hello, hi, this is Khaled. Yeah, I put down 2 because, and that's us further working with planning department. And we are open to, whether 2 gates is better or what is going to be compliant to make it, for flow of traffic. And
Mhm.
as you scroll through, you'll see the other ones that involve more of the parking with tree islands, spaces, and we are not set on, hey, we have to have this, whatever will work best. That also looks really good. We want it to look nice for the community and for our neighborhood there.
Okay, so in this illustration, this is where you were having a, another structure there, but I forgot what the structure was, is that like a pavilion?
A
Pavilion. yep.
pavilion, yeah, and a
Okay.
couple, I mean, it's a plan for years out. And like I explained with some of the other members is that, we do everything off of donations, and there's, thank God there's people that do donate, especially if we say this is what we're looking for. But things just take a little bit of time. That's why we have the projections for years down the road. We'd like to continue to use it as a grounds for our community.
Yeah. Okay, well, very good. I think you put some good thought into, what we discussed, and it's a nice dual purpose, and the green space is in the same location as the house is. So I think that works out well. Other members, any comments or thoughts?
Well, I got a question more for Sean. Is the one is not compliant at this time, and there is a bargain in place with the city. Are we, in our capacity as our commission, are we legally able to review this or make a judgment and if it's not in compliance?
I mean, there's really no mechanism post demo for you to review this again, but it still stands that if it's not in compliance within a year's time, our zoning enforcement officer would issue a violation letter, violation letter. So
more my point was, are we able to make a determination with the existing property not being compliant?
Yes, you can, because of the arrangement that essentially the applicant has stated that they are working towards compliance within a set period of time, right? And 1 year from, February 1st, and February 1st, 2023, our zoning enforcement officer at that time would, reach out to the applicant and see what their progress is, perform a site inspection. And if it wasn't compliant at that time, a notice of violation would be issued.
Okay.
And
we're legally able to make
we can periodically check in over the year as well, and see how things are going.
Well,
Okay.
I think our focus is 6 Livingston Street and the determination of historical significance for that. And
Correct.
It's planned to be used as a green space as opposed to a parking lot, which takes us away from the conflict that we had last time of taking 6 Livingston as part of the parking lot. Any other comments, members?
No,
No, I'm good.
No comments.
Anybody want to form a motion?
Yeah, I would encourage just one final thought too. I would just encourage the applicant to reach out to salvage organizations for this property if they're not planning to salvage materials themselves before the demo. I think there are some materials from reviewing the photos that salvage organizations would be interested in. So I would recommend that to the applicant.
Yes, we will definitely do that. I think we're ready to start moving forward with everything, and then working with you guys to get a plan for post demo and for the future.
Okay. Anybody want to entertain a motion or more discussion?
We got to declare ourselves lead agency first.
Yes, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I make a motion to declare Caud lead agency and a motion to have it unlisted. Is that correct?
Yes. Yep.
Unless it's got to be 2 separate motions, but that's correct. Right.
Okay. Motion to be lead agent, to declare Caud lead agency.
Okay, second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion to declare the action is unlisted.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
I,
Aye.
Mary Ellen, you okay?
oh, yeah.
All right.
Can you
That's
see
why
it,
I don't
Mary
wanna
Ellen?
keep- I have lots of reading to do. Okay, will the proposed action create a material conflict with an adopted land use plan or zoning regulations? No. Will the proposed action result in a change in the use or intensity of use of land? No. Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of the existing community? No. Will the proposed action have an impact on the environmental characteristics that cause the establishment of a critical environmental area? No. Will the proposed action, excuse me, result in an adverse change in the existing level of traffic or affect existing infrastructure for mass transit, biking, or walkway? No. Will the proposed action cause an increase in the use of energy and it fails to incorporate reasonably available energy conservation or renewable energy opportunities? No. Will the proposed action impact existing public-private water supplies, public-private wastewater treatment utilities? No. Will the proposed, whoa.
Sorry.
You just moved it. Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of important historic, archaeological, architectural, or aesthetic resources? No. Will the proposed action result in an adverse change to natural resources, wetland, water bodies, groundwater, air quality, flora, and fauna? No. Will the proposed action result in an increase in the potential for erosion, flooding, or drainage problems? No. Will the proposed action create a hazard to environmental resources or human health? No. Therefore, can't remember how to say it.
It's right at the bottom.
Negative declaration.
Oh, I declare this a negative declaration.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
I,
Aye.
Motion passed. John?
Yep, as soon as he puts it on the screen.
Yeah, sorry, just for that one, it's a roll call.
Oh, that's right. Boy, I'm messed up beginning of this year.
That's
All right.
okay.
it's been a while for us.
Mary Ellen made the motion. Ken Ellsworth seconded, so both in positive. Mick? Did we lose Mick?
We don't have Mick. No
Oh, I
Mick today.
thought we had Mick. Okay,
Just
sorry.
Dan
John?
and John.
John?
Yep. Aye.
Aye.
Dan, okay. All right.
There we go.
unanimous.
Okey doke.
Maybe you guys should reconsider that initial vote. That's a couple screw ups right off the bat.
Yeah, and I was just getting broken into the position too.
No,
Yeah.
better you two than us.
I'd hate to have to get housebroken again. Okay, criteria for determination of historical significance for demolition. The commission's determination of historic significance shall be based on the following considerations, which are based on the United States Secretary of the Interior Standards for Historic Preservation. If the structure is an outstanding example of a structure or memorial representative of its era, either past or present, or if the structure is one of the few remaining examples of past architectural style or combination of styles, or if the structure is associated with a historical person or event of significance to the city, region, state, or nation. Finding none, I would make a motion of no historical significance, demo it.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, second, please.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I,
Unanimous, motion passed. Thank you guys for your effort.
Thank you, and we look forward, our community looks forward to working with you guys. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you very much.
sir.
There we go. Okay. And final item on the formal agenda is 117 Murray Street, which is for the demolition of a garage. The applicant is Rob Paltz, and they have reached out and they're seeking that determination of no historic significance. They've stated that the condition of the garage is deteriorated, the roof has failed, and the door no longer closes, and they don't utilize the garage anymore. So I did not find that it met any of the criteria for significance. And that is about all I have to say about this.
looks of it, they could just wait another month and it'd fall down on its own.
Yeah,
Okay,
Are we gonna be, a motion to be lead agency? Make a
yes,
motion.
we do have to
Yeah.
go through that again. I just want to,
I'll take care of it, John.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Make a motion to declare Caud as lead agency.
Second,
Ken, before you jump to that, you should probably ask if the applicant wants to add anything.
Oh, true.
But Rob is on the line.
Rob, would you like to add anything to the presentation?
He is muted, so let me see if I can ask to unmute him. There we He's unmuted.
Rob, can you hear us?
I can hear you. I'm the contractor. I'm not Rob, but
Oh.
Okay.
he just wanted me to be in there with him.
Okay. Do you have anything you'd like to add to the brief presentation?
No, I don't think so. I think that's pretty much everything. They were just worried, because they got a fine for it. Being, uninhabitable or whatever it is. So they just wanted to tear it down, but they had to go through the historic process first. So
Gotcha.
Okay. And what is your name for the record?
my name's Ed Fisher.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Let me try this again. Make a motion to declare Caud as lead agency under seeker.
second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Make a motion to declare the action as unlisted.
second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, Mary Ellen?
Yep. Will the proposed action create a material conflict with an adopted land use plan or zoning regulations? No. Will the proposed action result in a change in the use or intensity of use of the land? No. Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of the existing community? No. Will the proposed action have an impact on the environmental characteristics that cause the establishment of a critical environmental area? No. Will the proposed action result in an adverse change in the existing level of traffic or affect existing infrastructure for mass transit, biking, or walkway? No. Will the proposed action cause an increase in the use of energy and it fails to incorporate reasonably available energy conservation or renewable energy opportunities? No. Will the proposed action impact existing public/private water supplies, public-private wastewater treatment utilities? No. Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of important historic, archaeological, architectural, or aesthetic resources? No. You can move it up. Okay. Will the proposed act, did I read that one? Did I read the flora and fauna?
I don't
No.
think so.
Nope.
Okay. Will the proposed action result in an adverse change to natural resources, wetlands, water bodies, groundwater, air quality, flora and fauna? No. Will the proposed action result in an increase in the potential for erosion, flooding, or drainage problems? No. Will the proposed action create a hazard to environmental resources or human health? No. I make a motion to declare a negative to have a negative declaration. That's a mouthful.
I second that, and we need the roll call. So John,
Support negative declaration.
Dan,
Support negative declaration.
okay, we made the motion, motion passes.
There we go. Okay.
Okie dokie. Criteria for determination of historical significance for demolition. The commission's determination of historic significance shall be based on the following considerations, which are based on the United States Secretary of the Interior standards for historic preservation. If the structure is an outstanding example of a structure or memorial representative of its era, either past or present, or if the structure is one of the few remaining examples of a past architectural style or a combination of styles, or if the structure is associated with a historical person or event of significance to the city, region, state, or nation. Finding none, I make a motion for determination of no historical significance. Tear it down.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion passes.
Okay, all set.
Sean, did you have any other business items?
I do not, and if any of the commission members have any other business items, you should have all received reappointment letters. So if you haven't, let me know.
I already went in.
Okay. So you should
I
be.
won't be able to
everybody
get
should be
in
all
until
set.
March. I won't be back until March, so I'll swear in then if that's okay.
That's fine.
Cool. Well, I've got a margarita, my wife, and a beach waiting for me, guys. So
Hey,
I make
Somebody
a motion
mute-
to close.
somebody mute
Motion
him.
to-
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
All right. All in favor to adjourn?
Aye.
Aye.
hey, John, enjoy it.
See ya.
Oh, living it. It's great. Out on Pine Island. It's beautiful.
Oh,
Bye, everyone.
Come
bye,
on down.
guys.
Okay, bye. Have fun. See you.